G'day humans, what's a good word? This is Chris Thunder. That is Fruity as Alex. We are Wrestling on Style. Alex, how are you going, mate?
All things considered, pretty good. We've had I've had a barrage of technical difficulties trying to get this pod underway today, but here we are. So it's all good.
Something like that.
So far.
Yes, indeed. Something like that, indeed. But yes, we are trying. We are trying video, and that seemed to just ruin everything Alex had ongoing.
It crashed my everything.
It crashed my everything. Oh boy! But if this does make it up, we have my WWE Cruiserweight Championship in the background. We have the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. We have an MCW wrestling scarf. We have my Sting signed bat and an AEW chair. So we'll just wait and see how this goes. Maybe this one might only make it out on audio, but what a week in wrestling it was.
Indeed.
Okay, so we had we'll start things off here with the Survivor Series. Did you happen to catch this incredible Friday night Survivor Series match?
I did not actually see the SmackDown Survivor Series match. Also, dumb that they didn't put it on the Survivor Series.
We'll get there after the pay-per-view itself, but I really enjoyed this traditional Survivor Series 5-on-5 match. Team Sami Zayn. So Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, Rey Fenix, and the Motor City Machine Guns take on Solo Sikoa and the MFT.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a bit weird leading into it because, like, for a bit there, they were teasing the Wyatts, but eventually we went back around there and we figured it all out. But they sort of just took a hard detour back to Sammy. It was like, okay, sure. And then they're just like, oh, well, Sammy needs friends. We'll throw all these random people in there with him.
The Machine Guns, you're doing nothing in the tag division. And Shinsuke, well, we're not letting you out of your contract. And Rey Fenix, well, your brother's injured, so we're putting those tag plans on hold again.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Did you happen to catch the Penta injury, I guess, just touching briefly on that?
I didn't. What happened there?
So he's gone to do like a Hurricane Rana off the barricade and landed on his shoulder, and it seems like he's popped out his shoulder and he's trying to pop it back in, but the medical team wouldn't let him, so they called off the match.
Yeah.
And they say the plan was always for Solo to win.
Right.
But that just makes for an odd pairing on the Raw final, semi-final of Solo and Gunther.
So that's what I wanted to talk about. I actually think fucking genius booking to put heel versus heel and face versus face in the semi-finals. Because if you did heel versus face in both semi-finals, whoever wins the first semi-final totally telegraphs who wins the second.
Ah, I see what you mean there.
So by doing heel versus heel and face versus face, like, if Gunther wins, it doesn't really give away who wins out of LA Knight and Jey Uso, or vice versa.
Yeah. So we had LA Knight and Gunther advance.
Yeah, and I mean, I think this was always Gunther's tournament, but also part of me thinks, like, could be a good passing of the torch moment for LA Knight to go against Cena.
If they're actually going to pull the trigger with LA Knight this time and not wait 6 months to give him that US title run.
To be fair, I think it might just be me, but the bloom is well off the rose at this point.
Dummy. Yeah.
He needs to say dummy again.
Turn heel and start calling people dummy.
Be a face and call people dummy.
That also works. But yeah, traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series match here. We see come down to the final two of Sami Zayn versus Solo Sikoa, and Solo Sikoa here winning, being your final sole survivor. And in the post-match, the White Six return to beat down Solo.
Yeah, good.
I mean, was this better than if we had MFT versus White Six in War Games?
Oh, definitely never do that in War Games. Oh, my God. Oh.
Okay.
Tonga Loa can barely navigate one ring, let alone two.
Is the gimmick that his face paint is different in WWE because he forgot how to do his face paint from New Japan?
I just love the idea that his whole gimmick is that he's just neurologically like just declining in front of everyone's face. Like he's just slowly developing dementia.
Oh, Jesus. From there, should we actually talk Survivor Series?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So kicking off the night was the women's War Games match that saw Team Rhea, Io, Charlotte, Alexa, and AJ Lee taking on Team Asuka, Io, Nia Jax, Lash Legend, and Becky Lynch. Oh boy. Was not a fan of the shark cages not being there.
I mean, I fully understand why the shark cages weren't there.
Because everybody needs an entrance.
Oh, but because Brock wasn't going to stand in a cage for fucking 20 minutes.
Yeah, but he's still coming in last. Just have him wait in the back. Is Brock really going to show up for War Games? Build tension that way.
They could have done that. But yeah, and it might have been an excuse to get, everyone's entrances in. I don't know. I think the shark cage thing, like, it is historically how it's done. I think it does create some moments, like that infamous, like, Roman Reigns CM Punk thing from the year before.
Or the Roman Reigns and the Usos and Sammy from 2 years before.
Okay, so it just creates moments for Roman Reigns.
What about Dakota Kai's best moment in WWE?
Yeah, true. True. It does create moments, but yeah, I think I think it's sort of run its course. So yeah, just let people just do their entrances. Fuck it.
So my biggest problem here was not that we got rid of the shark cages, but we've slightly tweaked the rules. It's no longer if you leave the cage, you forfeit. It's once War Games begins, if you leave the cage, you forfeit.
Right.
As opposed to previous years, as if you left the cage at any point, you forfeited.
Yeah. Well, that felt like that change was made just to protect Brock.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. I feel like that every change that was made this year was because of Brock.
Yeah.
And if there's something we didn't like about War Games this year, we're all just going to blame Brock Lesnar for it.
Yeah, most likely. So yeah, Charlotte comes out first here, and she's got special inspired gear because there's a young girl in the crowd who's battling brain cancer.
Yeah, I saw that. It was pretty cool, actually.
Like, this is the, like, at first I'm looking at it, I'm going, this is the most un-Charlotte-like gear ever.
Yeah, very much so.
And then it's just like, oh, this is why you're doing it. Okay.
And it's also, like, Charlotte's on this run at the moment where I fucking like her. I've never said that about her entire career, but she's just on this really good, likable run at the moment. And then she adds this to it, and it's like, okay. I don't know what she's done about what she's changed. Has she just sort of like... I think she's just being a little bit more herself. And I'm liking the current version of Charlotte Flair.
Yeah. You are right.
I still don't want to see her in the title picture. But,
main event of Mania.
Yeah. I'm still done with that.
What I was done with on this show was the level of Jeff Hardy urgency for these entrances, especially when your teammates are getting beat down. Hang on, I need to do my pose for my music and slowly walk to the ring. Looking at you, Io Sky and Kairi Sane.
Yep.
So we get to the point where we are 6 women in: Charlotte, Asuka, Io, Kairi, Becky, and Alexa. And this match isn't bad to me, but it's not good either. It's just sort of boring.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you were feeling the same at this point.
I full-heartedly agree. This was... I mean, it had its moments, but even the big moments in this match were just repeats of moments from previous Women's War Games matches.
Yeah. So in number 7 is AJ Lee, and the heel team, Becky, holds the cage door closed. So AJ climbs over the top of the cage to get in. Won't be the last time we see that tonight. This match then becomes somebody new comes in, lays everybody down, and then waits for next person to enter. Nia Jax comes in, she lays everybody else. If this was the first time this sort of happened in this match, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's sort of impressive. It's finally, the heels finally get their comeuppance despite having the disadvantage this entire match.
Yeah.
The crowd do seem quiet for points of this match, and I thought it might have been poor miking in the stadium. But then next out is Rhea Bloody Ripley in her Terrifier mask.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, okay, the crowd are loud. Except Rhea has to do her full entrance with Cody levels of pyro while her teammates are all getting beat down by Nia Jax. Okay, Blood and Guts do the same thing with their entrances, but at least they make some urgency to get in there for their entrances. So yeah, Rhea gets in. She brings down Io's bin. What could possibly happen here? But she puts it on on Kairi, and Io does a drop kick into Kairi with the trash can. So at this point I'm thinking, oh, okay, you're going to tease that spot and not do it.
That would be nice. No.
The non-level reaction for Lash Legend. Fair enough. The match beyond...
I mean, she couldn't have any more of an opposite name. Her name is such a polar opposite for what she is. Yeah.
The match beyond starts and Lash Legend runs wild. What? The first cover of the match is on Rhea Ripley after a pump kick, and it gets a 2.
Yeah.
Then 9 Lash run wild on the babyface team. The crowd chants, "You fucked up," as Flair is early on the save for the miss spot, so it looks like Asuka deliberately got Lash.
Right, yeah, that was weird.
Then Io climbs the cage, she's on top of it. She wants the bin, but she hasn't brought it up herself, so AJ Lee tries to lift it. But then Rhea Ripley lifts up AJ Lee to give her the bin. She does the bin spot. All the heels go down except for Becky, who tries to leave, but the faces stop her from leaving so she doesn't forfeit, and they bring her back in, and AJ Lee does the Black Widow, which everyone's not calling the Black Widow anymore. Has she changed the name of that? They're calling it the Octopus Hold?
Yeah, I mean, that's technically what it is. Like,
Yeah,
that's what
like, I know.
That's what it was called before her, but, like...
That's what Gresham calls it.
Yeah, it's weird that they're not calling it the Black Widow anymore, especially when she's got merch with fucking spiders on it.
Yeah, okay,
And
so it's not just me
shit.
who picked up on that being weird.
Yeah, no, it's weird because, like, yeah, her merch has fucking cobwebs and spiders on it. So, like, why aren't you calling it that?
Yeah. So, yeah, babyface team here gets the win. Nothing really to overcome here as they had the advantage the entire match.
Yeah.
That's not how you book War Games.
No. That was an absolutely abysmal attempt at a War Games match.
So next out, we have the AAA Mega Champion challenging the John Cena final pay-per-view match, defending his IC title. Out first is Dominik with his AAA Mega Champion. He's got Raquel and Roxanne by his side. Has he defended this championship in WWE, like on an actual WWE show?
I don't think so.
He should. That would have been the match to do. AAA championship, Dom versus Ray in San Diego.
I thought you were going to say John Cena should have won the AAA championship.
No. Well, it's too late in the run to do anything like that, but that wouldn't have been the most far out idea to do at the start of the year, or at least from Mania when you knew you were going to have AAA.
What if his 18th World Championship was the AAA?
At one point, it seemed like we were going to have Joe Hendry and John Cena sometime this year.
Yeah, that felt like it was going to happen.
Yeah, we can talk more about that after Cena's last match, I guess.
And the funniest part about that is Joe Hendry signs with the WWE, and it now feels like it's... And as soon as he signed with the WWE, all the talk about him actually working with John Cena just died.
Yeah, the most we got was Cena doing the spin when he announced him on Gold Rush Week 2 for the Deadline pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So yes, we get a beautiful shot of the sunset over San Diego as the sun is setting on John Cena's career.
Yeah, I thought the stadium here and the outdoor setting was fucking gorgeous for this pay-per-view.
Oh, do you wish you were here for this show?
Yeah, 100%. Just because I've been, like, I keep touting this, but yeah, I've been to that stadium before. Mind you, that was literally 20 years ago now. But yeah, the fact that, like, there's finally a wrestling show that happened there, I'm like, fucking sucks I wasn't there for it.
Well, maybe we'll get another baseball stadium show in Australia one day. So John Cena comes out. He does his he goes up and down the entire length of the front row where this electronic wall is for the dugouts for the entranceway. He goes pretty much high fives everyone the first two rows of this railing, and then goes, "Got to go to work, Stu." Last time on ESPN, I'm just like, you've done like 3 matches on ESPN.
Still the last time, I guess.
Commentary mentioned it's his 177th pay-per-view, 100 pay-per-view wins for Cena, second only to The Undertaker.
Yeah.
So Cena sprints to this ring. More urgency than most of the women's in the War Games match. And the match hasn't even started. So during this match, Dom goes to do the barricade Hurricanrana, and they land awkwardly, and this is where we get, oh my gosh, this is just like what happened to Penta on Monday Night Raw. But the camera stays on it for too long, and you're just like, oh. And commentary just keeps hammering you over the head with it. And you're just like, oh, okay. So then the Cena's in the ring. The ref, Chad Patton, is on the outside. And Raquel Rodriguez does a Tejana bomb, and Roxanne does a pop rocks to Cena.
Fucking so good.
The crowd pop huge for this. Dom, he is healed by the Aztec gods above. He is back in the ring, and he is on top of Cena, and ref Chad Patton won't count the pin. The crowd turn on the ref during this match at this spot. So he sends Roxanne and Raquel to the back, and then moments later in the match, Cena goes for a shoulder tackle, but hits the ref. The ref is down, and out come JD and Finn. And we get Finn interference as they try to get on top of Cena, but Cena gets the upper hand. Double AA to Finn and JD as the ref is still down. And then we hear, "Watch me." And Liv Morgan is back. She comes down, she lays out Dominik Mysterio, and then she jumps in the arms of John Cena, who's like, what? And then
she hits him with the John Cena hug face.
And then
she does exactly what he did to Cody.
And then the big, evil grin, low blow, sets up for the 619. Dominik hits the 619 and a flog splash and wins because of because of Judgment Day interference.
I mean, I'm kind of at the point where, House of Torture and Judgment Day kind of interchangeable, but at least Judgment Day have at least a couple of people I like in it.
There goes the Sting bat. But yes, Judgment Day, House of Torture, both wear black with hints of purple. Both had good music until it recently got changed. It's fine. It's on the ground there. It's out of the way. So yes, Liv is back. Dom wins. Dom gets the IC title back, and in what is a fitting tribute of John Cena. If the AJ Styles match and John Cena match was a love letter to their past rivals, this was a love letter to one of Cena's greatest comparisons in his Japanese counterpart. Cena here playing the role of Hiroshi Tanahashi. Dominik playing the role of Evil. Chad Patton playing the role of Red Shoes by not counting. Yeah. It was okay. It did what you expected to do from a Judgment Day match.
Yeah.
Following that, we have the Women's World Championship. Nikki Bella challenging Stephanie Vaquer. Did you realise that Nikki Bella was actually born in San Diego?
I did know that, actually. Yeah.
I wonder where her sister Brie was born.
5 minutes down the road.
Have to get Alex with that. This was like a mid-2010s Divas Championship match at points.
Yeah.
It was slow, plodding, rest holds. You're going to go for your finisher, but I'm going to roll out of the ring.
Yeah.
And the crowd weren't into only a spot I can describe from what was the latter days of Vince McMahon booking. Finisher on the announce table.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Remember those few months where Vince was absolutely obsessed with submissions on the announce table?
Oh, so much more painful, man.
Because it's elevated, despite it being at a lower height than the ring. It was fine. Fine. Like, actually, no, it wasn't fine. It was boring as ever. It was fine for a mid-2010s Divas match. But to call it fine by what we've seen Stephanie Vaquer capable of is not the correct term.
No. I mean, to be fair, though, she was wrestling a woman who well past her glory days and had quite an extensive break, and then since returning hasn't really shown a lot since returning either. This match bored me to death.
Well, were you ready? Because Michael Cole says there is nothing left now except for the main event, and we get like half an hour of ads. But there was something that should have made you pop in the front row because it was time. It's time. It's Topanga time.
Yeah, I saw that. Well, Vader was on an episode of Boy Meets World back in the day. So.
Yes, you are correct.
So yeah, it was yeah, and I've seen interviews where she actually had quite a bit of a friendship with him when she was younger. So I guess yeah, old Vader's got a soft spot. So this is where I sort of mentioned that I watched this Monday night, I think.
Oh, so I've watched this before you. That's rare.
Yeah, that's very rare. So a lot of the ads and stuff were cut out by the time I got to watch it. So there was a weird thing that happened where, like, John Cena's on the stage saying goodbye, and then it just cuts to, you can look, but you can't touch. And I was like, holy shit, what are they doing here? Are they doing some fucking Nikki's gonna be like, haha, I dumped you and now you lost. But no, it was just because they cut out the ads in between.
So what is the whole story with Danielle being on Boy Meets World and Vader, I guess?
Yeah, from what I hear, she was like just a really big wrestling fan, and yeah, she was quite young when she was on the show, and she was really excited for Vader to be on the show as a guest star, and then yeah, Vader was just really nice to her and just kept in touch with her over the years.
Did Vader play her father?
I'm not exactly familiar with the show, but I've seen like clips of it. He was playing the role of someone's dad in that show. Okay. Because like that show was pretty big over in the US, but it's not like as big over here.
Yeah. So from there, did you see somebody turned babyface tonight?
Who?
Because hated heel and somebody who attacked John Cena earlier in the night, Roxanne Perez grants somebody seat upgrades.
That's so stupid.
We've got no baby faces available to do this.
Oh, God. If Cornette hadn't skipped this part of it, I'm sure he'll go on a big rant about this on this podcast.
Well, you do this in WWE 2K, and then Hunter sends you a angrily worded email about how it's not a good alignment to have heels out doing PR stuff. But it is finally time for the men's war games. Were you excited for this as the heels have the advantage?
I was actually very excited about this match.
So, starting off, number one is CM Punk. And starting off, number two, to get the advantage for the heels, is Bron Breakker. Now, did Bron get new music recently, or have I just not noticed his, new music?
He's had it for a bit.
Yeah, so I've just blocked it out and just completely forgotten till War Games.
Yeah, but there was there was all these rumors like before WrestleMania that, and like even Bron had confirmed that they were working on a theme song with Limp Bizkit for him.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
And like here we are almost a year later and still nothing, so it's a bit devastating.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Limp Bizkit have a song called Break Stuff, which Bron Breakker should come out to.
Speaking of Bron Breakker breaking stuff, we'll get there shortly. So, before the third entrant even gets in, Punk is bleeding, so we get a little bit of colour in the men's War Games. None of the women got any colour, and there wasn't really any huge weapon spots, any huge crazy spots.
No.
So, in third is Warwick's boy, Drew McIntyre.
Boo.
I will have no Scottish slander on my podcast, thank you. Commentary still talks up these suspended from SmackDown. I'm like, bitch, what are you talking about? There hasn't been a proper brand split in months. You're doing this John Cena tournament where people from SmackDown are on Raw and Raw are on SmackDown.
Yeah.
In fourth is Cody Rhodes, who sprints down to the cage, not waiting for his pyro. And Drew holds the cage closed, and he climbs the cage, being the second man in 4 entrants to climb the cage because Punk did it for no reason to start off the match.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so Punk really fucking cut the legs out from under this spot.
Like, did you not talk about this backstage? I get he probably did it because AJ did it, but then wouldn't Cody go, hey, I've got to do this in 2 entrants' time?
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty fucking stupid, yeah.
So then Cody comes in. He takes out Braun. He takes out Drew. And then he elbows CM Punk even though there's only 2 heels in the match and they're both laid out in front of him.
Yep.
Dumb. So then we get, after that spot, they get back on the same page, and there is a Cody Punk Doomsday device to Bron Breakker, who lands on his neck. And if this man was not built like his uncle and his father, I do not think he would have been walking, let alone finishing this match.
Yeah, it was outrageous.
It was not a good landing. I do not have a photo of it because it is not a good landing.
To be fair, find a Doomsday device that LOD did that had a good landing. It's just not a move that people should be doing because it was never done safely.
So you're saying the Hurt Syndicate need to do it to Ricochet in AEW?
Yes.
We can get there shortly. In fifth, Logan Paul, who, again, no urgency to get to the ring because he needs to tell us how humble he is.
Yes.
Look, we've said it before, Logan, trash human being, great heel wrestler. And his song, just bragging about how humble he is as he slowly walks to War Games, is so fucking good.
So good.
Cody and Logan get on top of the cage, and because nothing happened in the women's match, this is where I was questioning. I'm like, why are you 2 fighting on top of the cage? If one of you fall, you're going to lose War Games. That's a dumb spot to do. Little did I know what was going to happen. Big Jim enters next. Slow walk to the ring. He gets a table from under the ring and puts it into the cage, and 2 minutes later the fans are chanting, use the table. It's like, slow down and wait.
Yeah.
Cody is also busted open by this point in the match. I don't recall anyone else being opened other than Punk and Cody.
I mean, of course Cody was.
He's just like my daddy.
Yeah.
In 7th, Bronson Reed with one of the quickest entrances into War Games tonight.
Yeah.
He ain't wasting no time. Big boy Bronson goes in. Tsunami to everyone. None off the top of the cage. Because last year, that's where he broke his ankle.
Yep.
In next, Jey Uso, and he's not going through the crowd. I'm like, oh, okay, we're getting serious Jey Uso tonight.
Nope.
Because he comes in, he lays out everyone, and then we get a mid-War Games yeet. What the fuck am I watching?
He's just a fucking parody of himself at this point.
Do you remember the classic War Games of NWA where you'd have the Freebirds doing Bad Street USA mid-match against the Horsemen? I get their two heels, but you get what I mean.
I mean, I would fucking much rather see a mid-match fucking Bad Street USA than a mid-match yeet. But yeah.
So the lads over at Down Under the Mat were discussing how would you have done this better, Jey Uso's entrance, and I said I would have had him come out number one, come out through the crowd yeeting, get into the cage, and he's still yeeting, and then you have Bron Breaker's music hit, and he goes, oh shit, what have I signed up for?
Yeah.
In number 9 is Brock Lesnar, who enters at his own pace, and finally Paul Heyman accompanies his team to the ring. This is also Brock's first match since 2004 in any team capacity.
Yeah. Do you... Alright.
Yeah.
So, a funny, weird coincidence here. His last Survivor Series match before this one where he teamed up with people makes it 2 Survivor Series matches in a row where he teamed up with people where one of his teammates was Australian.
Ah, our boy Nathan Jones.
Yep.
Holy Hang on, I'm going to look this up now, as Alex has mentioned.
Survivor Series 2003.
Give me a second here. 2003, you said?
Yep, and you'll see a certain blueprint in that team as well.
Okay, we got Team Angle, Kurt Angle, Bad Guy, John Cena, Hardcore Holly, and Bradshaw against Team Lesnar, Brock Lesnar, Big Show, Matt Morgan, Nathan Jones, and A-Train. That actually sounds good.
It was the whole thing. It was like, because Kurt Angle was a face at the time. It was like, can Kurt Angle like find a team that is actually willing to take on Brock Lesnar's team? Because it was just 5 fucking monsters, and everyone was just like, "No, I'm not going to join your team. Look at them." So that's why, like, people like at the time, Bradshaw was doing fucking nothing. This is before JBL.
Oh, so this is in between APA and JBL.
Yes.
And he's a face?
And he's a face. He was still in APA technically at this point in time, I think, but Ron Simmons was injured or something. And also, Hardcore Holly was in this team, and he was the big surprise, like fucking last member. And I remember being fucking hyped for it because the whole thing was, it was about Brock Lesnar broke Hardcore Holly's neck, legitimately, with a powerbomb like a year or so before this. And then they just built it up like Hardcore Holly's coming for the title.
And then the match starts, and I'm looking at the result here. The bell rings, and Hardcore Holly is immediately disqualified.
Yeah, because he tries to fucking kill Brock.
I should go watch this later tonight. But I suppose back on track here. Speaking of Brock, he is in number 9. He just gets in the cage, suplex city to everyone, And in 10 is the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, with his slow, plodding entrance as his teammates are all getting beaten up. But Brock exits the cage, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, he's still on the steps. It's cage match rules here where he has to actually touch the ringside area, the matting, to be out of the cage for War Games. No, he just casually steps on the mat, stands in the aisleway, and just like, what are you going to do about it, Roman? So this is why they tried to nail it into you so hard tonight. Oh, you know, you can leave the cage before all 10 men get in.
Yeah, which is fucking dumb.
That was one of the biggest points I loved about the WWE War Games compared to AEW. Every version of AEW Blood and Guts, somebody gets out of the cage, and I hate it.
Yeah.
Especially now they're doing two.
The whole fucking point of a cage is to keep people inside the fucking cage.
Thank you.
So if every fucking match you have someone get out of the cage, you've defeated the purpose of the fucking cage. Yeah. Once every now and then is fine.
Oh, yeah. So they brawl around ringside. That's Roman and Brock. And then Roman gets F5 through the Spanish table. Brock drags him around the other side of the cage and then throws him back into the cage, like in through the door, I mean. And then the match beyond starts. And, they go into the cage, there's an F5, and Brock makes the cover straight away, but Cody makes the save. Cody and Punk pin Brock, but Logan makes the save, Logan gets the brass knuckles off Paul Heyman through the cage and is hitting people until a Roman spear, and Roman takes the brass knuckles, doing Superman punches, I guess. Mm. And then we get one of the dumbest moments, I think, in a recent booking. Vacant climbs the cage, he comes in, he stomps Punk, he leaves. And then Braun Breaker just picks the bones and wins. And the heel team here wins. There's various reports online of who this probably is, or at least who was playing this.
But how does it make sense to tease it to be Seth Rollins?
Because they took him out. Yeah, it makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, like, you could have had someone come in and do anything, but do
the overdrive.
Fucking come in and use a weapon.
Yes. Come in and use a taser. Abyss style. Lethal Lockdown.
You know.
Is it? I think it's Lethal Lockdown when he does that to Dr. Stevie.
Oh, you're going to have more memory of Dr. Stevie angles than I do, mate.
It's because I like Stevie Richards, okay?
I know, I know you do.
But yeah, what a flat finish. And then the guy just gets up and leaves, and we don't even get the reveal, and there's no reveal on Raw. And that's how we go off the air.
There was like some mention of him on Raw, but yeah, there was. It's dumb.
So, have you seen the reports of who they said was playing this character?
Austin Theory, right?
Yeah, that's what I've seen. Who do you think it's going to be revealed as?
Austin Theory still makes sense.
If it's Austin Theory, do it that night.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, if it's Austin Theory, it's like, okay, you've built us up for this whole time for that.
Yeah. So I saw plenty of jokes going around, like as I alluded to, vacant. There was a few people that were saying, Starman, Tenor Man, may he rest in peace. Old Virgil. From Joey Janela's Spring Break, where he turned up in that clusterfuck.
That's right. That's right. Fucking hell.
There was people saying Jericho, who is still under AEW contract at least until the 1st of January, I believe. But Jericho's not getting up and down a cage that quickly anymore.
No.
So, and then the other one is Seth, and we all poked fun saying, "Oh, Seth's injuries are work, brother," because of what he did this year for the cash in. But that makes no sense for Seth to come out take out Punk with a stomp, and then side with the people who put him on the shelf and got rid of his world title. If anything,
by the way, like the last time the Seth Heyman stuff was mentioned on Raw was Becky saying Seth's gonna. So like, it just makes no fucking sense.
Yeah. So a reminder that this is an additional $30 pay-per-view now with ESPN American.
Mm.
Care to guess what that is with Australian exchange rates when I looked this up?
Got to be close to 60, right?
45. The dollar's a little better than you think.
Go us.
Yeah, but was this worth 45 Aussie dollary dues?
No. Also, like depending on the week, if you want a 24 can box of Coke from Woolies, it can cost up to $50. So $50 for a slab of Coke, $45 for a pay-per-view. In comparison, okay, maybe it's not that bad of a price, but still.
Which will you get more enjoyment out of?
A slab of Coke, 100%.
Did you see what happened to be trending during hashtag Survivor Series, hashtag War Games?
No.
Hashtag Blood and Guts.
Oh, amazing.
Gotta love wrestling Twitter sometimes. So to me, the first match, and okay, look, if we are just comparing apples to apples, main roster War Games to main roster War Games, WWE only, these were two of the worst War Games I have seen. In between that, you had a match that was a House of Torture Hiroshi Tanahashi tribute with red shoes included, and you had a mid-2010s Divas match, and that's putting it nicely. This pay-per-view sucked.
This pay-per-view has all of the biggest names that they have at their disposal right now. Probably, really good matchups on paper. But this just fell really flat.
Because this is what we said after we chatted that Blood and Guts Dynamite. We said, the women's Blood and Guts, the build sort of wasn't there, but they delivered. And we sort of said, well, with the WWE, it's sort of been the same for War Games, but they've got the star power to at least deliver. How wrong we were.
Yeah.
So quickly, other cage War Game style matches this year. Did you watch Bullet Club Dog Pound cage match from New Japan on May the 3rd?
I saw clips of it.
Yeah, so this is, if you saw Forbidden Door, it's sort of like that. It's one big cage structure around the entire ringside area, and everyone enters at once, 5-on-5, pinfall, submission, or surrender, 1-4 to a finish. So it's Team War Dogs versus Team House of Torture. And Observer gave this, care to guess, Alex?
3.5.
4.75.
Fucking hell, okay, shit.
Care to guess cage match? Out of 10.
Out of 10?
Yeah.
I'll go 7.
8.34.
Fucking hell, this must have been good.
From 252 votes, I gave it a 9 out of 10. Following that one, there was MLW's War Chamber event. It aired on June 7. It was taped on May the 10th. So the Rogue Horsemen that include former AEW star Brock Anderson taking on the Moné Fight Club. This wasn't reviewed by the Observer. Care to guess how many votes it has on Cage Match from 7 votes out of 10?
8.
5.
Oh, shit, okay.
I gave it a 5 as well.
I give Brock Anderson too much credit.
5.5 there from the people who voted on Cage Match. It's one cage around one ring, no roof, barbed wire around the top, and staggered entrances, can win via pinfall, submission, or surrender.
Right.
Following that was the Forbidden Door lights out steel cage match. Did you watch this one?
Yes.
Okay, so it is, same as the dog pound match. Cage surrounds the entire ring. Everyone in at the start can win via pinfall, submission, or surrender. Care to guess what the Observer gave this one?
4.5.
5 stars.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Care to guess what Cage Match gave this from 644 votes?
9.
9.06. I gave it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the Dog Pound New Japan one over the Lights Out Forbidden Door one.
Yeah.
Following that, Blood and Guts women's match. Everyone here should know roughly these two match types. Care to guess what the Observer gave this one?
4.5.
Bang on, 4.5. Cage match from 527 votes.
9.
8.89, and I agreed 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Men's War Games match. Care to guess Observer?
The men's Blood and Guts.
Yeah, Blood and Guts, sorry.
4.75.
5 stars.
I think I knew that too. Shit.
And from 483 cage match votes.
9.5.
8.73. The women actually cage match fought was the better match, and I agreed 8 out of 10 for me for the men's.
I agree too. I've got to remember, say what you want about Meltzer, he does tend to always lean towards the men.
So at the moment, Observer ratings aren't in yet for the WWE War Games, but care to guess the cage match results from earlier this week? So the women's had 281 votes.
4.2.
Yeah, I'd say that's fair, but they went 5.19. I gave it a 3. And then the men's from 289 votes.
This is out of 10, yeah?
Out of 10, yeah.
Yeah. The men's, I feel like people, just because of a couple of moments, they might go a little higher, so it might be like a 5.
5.52, which I completely agree with, and I went with a 2.
Yeah.
And I think that's also added fatigue of it just being a really underwhelming show. But then, the Stardom 6-on-6 cage match from 2023, Sunshine. Observer gave this a 4.75. Cage match gave this a 9.25 out of 227. I gave it a 10 out of 10. So yeah, if you do have time, check that one out.
Nice.
Should we just briefly, I guess, touch on AEW's pay-per-view they had?
Yeah, go
on. Full Gear, anything from the pre-show you want to touch on other than Boom and Doom?
No, not really. I didn't... I saw Big Justice's Diamond Cutter, which was actually pretty good. But yeah.
Yeah, sign that kid up to a developmental contract. That's the match I want to see. Big Justice versus negative one.
Yeah, do it.
Do it, you coward. Of note here, Brodido, the defending AEW World Tag Team Champions, face FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Hardwood, where FTR win. Any thoughts on that?
I feel like we're on the precipice of an Edge and Christian tag title run.
I'd certainly hope so. That'd be nice. Wouldn't it?
And we could live in a world where fucking Edge and Christian and the Hardys are tag champs.
Oh, yeah, over in TNA. I forgot about TNA being a thing.
A thing, yeah.
What else did we get? Oh, we got the AEW, whatever you call it, National? Yeah, National Championship. Give me a second here as I bring up this image.
Yeah.
What are your first thoughts on the national title?
It's the, what is it, the Hogan 85 belt?
Yeah, so
different colours?
People said that. People
It's
have also...
the WCW, the NWA TV title.
Yeah, that as well. Surprised you haven't brought this one up yet. Give me a second here.
You're going to bring up the Australian National Championship.
There we go.
Because you fucking love that belt.
If I could buy a replica of any Aussie belt, it would be that one. And you bloody know it.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty fair bet. If I could get a Underworld Wrestling fucking replica title, I would.
Oh, yeah. I remember Underworld. Hang on. Praise the claw. But, how did all that just disappear? So, yes, there is the AEW national title now on screen, humans. Give me a moment here and I'll find the Aussie one. But, yeah, so our first champion, Ricochet. Any thoughts there?
His character in AEW has been tremendous. I like him with what they call the Gates of Agony.
Yeah.
As
the Demand.
Yeah, that's it. I like them as together. Yeah, I think this could be a really good run for him if they give him the time and he doesn't get lost in the shuffle, which tends to happen with these new belts sometimes.
Yeah. So give me a second here. There we have it. The Australian National Professional Wrestling Champion, back to the old days of the NWA Australia. That belt there still exists. It is the main title of Wrestle Rampage in South Australia.
Yay.
And then the NWA version of it, the one Alex was referring to, as I zoom in here, is this beauty here, NWA National Heavyweight Wrestling Champion. The only real difference between the two is the Australian one has a map of Australia on the bottom.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, and then, so we've got this new AEW national title here. Then the Continental Classic starts. We are jumping a bit over the place, but the Continental Classic starts and they go, Kazuchika Okada has relinquished the Continental Championship and is currently the Unified Champion, but he's only coming out with the International title because he needs to win the Continental Classic to keep his Unified title.
What?
Had you not heard this?
No, what the fuck?
Basically, if Okada doesn't win, it's not a unified title anymore, and that belt will cease to exist, and he'll be international champion still, and there'll be a national champion, and there'll be a continental champion. Yeah, too many belts. What else do we have of note on Full Gear? Because it has been a little while. So yeah, Ricochet here, pinning Kevin Knight to become the inaugural national champion. And then Tony Khan pretty much says all the same things that happened with the first All-Atlantic / International / American Championship, that, oh yeah, this belt can be defended on indie promotions if we have a working agreement with them.
Yeah, he says this every time they bring in a new belt, though. So, like, who gives a fuck? And they'll do it once, and then they'll fucking blast it all over their TV, like they did with Pac in the All-Atlantic belt once. and then they'll just never fucking do it again.
Yeah. Did you happen to catch the our boy Kyle Fletcher taking on Mark Briscoe for the TNT Championship?
I saw bits of it. Like, I saw bits and pieces of this entire pay-per-view. I didn't actually fork out for it. I saw the highlights through socials and all that. So, yeah.
We're on some hot times, baby. Coming into Christmas.
Mainly because I forgot all about it.
Fair enough. But, yes. As with the added stipulation that Briscoe would be forced to join the Don Callis family, it was a foregone conclusion as Briscoe here wins. And then they already have a custom belt for him backstage.
I hated how quickly they had that.
Yeah. I'm like, Kyle's had this belt forever. He's talked about wanting to add a pink strap to it because pink's his colour. And I love how Kyle's taken that little something from Hiroshi Tanahashi. How he's got the gap in his ring jacket for the belt.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, straight away backstage, Orange Cassidy, here he is. He's like, oh, here's a gift from the conglomeration.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we couldn't have put a pink strap on it for Kyle once.
No. I mean, if you did, then it makes more sense for Briscoe to have a custom belt prepared straight away. Just saying.
Yeah, actually.
So, also of note, trios match where Josh Alexander and the Young Bucks win $1 million by defeating Kenny Omega and the Jurassic Express. But in the post-match, the Bucks have a change of heart and they go back and save Omega.
Yay!
Yeah, so classic Bucks. Chris Statlander and Mercedes Moné, hell of a match here, but sort of suffered from being after two blood feuds of Kyle versus John Moxley and Briscoe versus Fletcher and a trios match.
Yeah.
Where Statlander does retain, so Mercedes still can't win the big one, even though she's got like 16 other belts.
Yeah, it's a fucking mute point at this point. Like, who gives a fuck about Mercedes and that shit? Oh, it's so annoying.
It is. And then Samoa Joe defeats Hangman Adam Page in a steel cage match to win the AEW World Championship again.
That caught me off guard, but I don't hate it.
I see people calling it like the worst decision of Tony Khan's booking. I'm like, Joe's older. He doesn't have as much time as Hangman. And the smart decision is to put the belt on Joe, give him another run, and have somebody like, I don't know, one of the other pillars, like maybe it's time for Jack Perry to have a try, or Sammy Guevara. Because at the moment...
I genuinely fully expect Darby to take the belt off Joe.
Or Darby, yes. Yeah, so I think that's what we're getting to sort of have Monster Joe for a little while, and then we'll get somebody else have a big win.
But, I don't know if this is a problem because of Tony Khan's booking, but Joe's pretty much their only heel monster that they have right now.
To that level, I'd say yeah. Sort of Archer's stuck in the tag division with Cage when they're both not injured. You've got Hobbs who's stuck in the trios division. Gates of Agony is stuck in the tag division. Paul White's mostly retired and he's more on the face alignment. Yeah, that'd be about it. He'd be the only big monster you got, and to have a big monster, you need a little guy to take him down, and that's Darby. Yeah, so it does make sense.
But here's the problem. If you were to tell me 2 weeks ago before this pay-per-view that Joe was going to win, who's going to take the belt off Joe? I would have been like, storyline-wise, it makes sense. It's Hook.
Oh, yeah, we forgot to mention that. Hook came out and cost Hangman the match.
And joined up with the people that turned on him.
Or was he a sleeper agent all along?
Have they explained that? I haven't watched Dynamite or anything like that lately.
Yeah, they pretty much just said Hook was always with them and he just wanted to get under Eddie Kingston's skin, and that's why it's set up for Joe and Eddie at Winter is Coming.
Okay. Because in hindsight, it would have been fucking perfect for this title run to build up to Hook. But no, they fucking ruined it.
Yeah, they did.
Hook isn't a heel. Hook's a face, man.
So let's see. Do we really have anything else of note to touch on? We've touched on Survivor Series War Games. We've touched on Full Gear, at least the main stuff, because we had to reschedule last week. And we touched on the other War Games matches for comparison. I think it's just the Aussie stuff to touch on, and then we're about done.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so this week in Canberra, Slam Pro Wrestling will be at the UC Refectory on Saturday, December 6th. New South Wales, you have PWA. Black Label kicks on Friday, December 5th. Australian Wrestling Entertainment Summer Showdown on Saturday, December 6th. Rock and Roll Wrestling Christmas Show on Saturday, December 6th. Newcastle Pro Wrestling Shattered 11 on Saturday, December 6th. And All-Star Wrestling Christmas Carnage free on December the 6th. And then they're back at Perth Collecticon on December the 7th. Queensland Pro Wrestling has Friday Night Danger on Friday the 5th. And Lockdown 2 on Saturday the 6th. For South Australia, you have Adelaide Championship Wrestling Eminence. Wasn't that an Impact pay-per-view, Eminence? During the lockdown days.
Emergence?
Yeah, okay. It's my dyslexia. Anyway, Eminence on Saturday the 6th. And Victoria, a bunch of matches. You've got Deathmatch Down Under Season Beatings on... that occurred actually on Thursday, my apologies. Battle Championship Wrestling, number 67 on the 5th. Mayhem Pro has December to Remember on the 5th. Adrenaline Pro Wrestling has Never in Your Wildest Dreams on the 6th. Pro Championship Wrestling has the Christmas show on December the 6th. MCW, the big one, Endgame, a Sunday show on December the 7th. So that is odd. Mayhem's running a Friday show and MCW's running a Sunday show.
Weird.
Yeah, and Brainbuster Wrestling Project, not someone I'm familiar with. Epic Encounter on Sunday the 7th, somewhere in Victoria. And then closing out the country's offerings, Western Australia has Dude, Where's My Ring? Deathmatch Wrestling. The Great George's Christmas Carol on Friday the 5th. So, yeah, check those out if you're around the country. And, Alex, where can the good humans find you?
Find me at Fruity is Alex on all social media. Find us at Wrestle On Style with an AUS. Search us up on Facebook, Wrestling On Style. And find Chris at
I'm in Chris Funder. Come tell me why War Games was good. You can go back and listen to the entire Wrestling On Style archive for free on SoundCloud, Spotify, TuneIn, YouTube, and using the RSS feed found the show notes below for your podcast choice. We usually go live at least once a week in the Discord for our podcast when we don't have tech issues. So drop in, join the Discord, say hello. We chat wrestling in there. Nothing left to say but good day, and we'll speak to you next time.
Man, Brock Lesnar teaming up with Nathan Jones and Bronson Reed. I think he's basically Australian now.
I mean, do you want me to find that photo? I will find that photo. Hang on. I'm finding this photo now and I'm going to put it on there. I do not care. Okay. So you think that Brock Lesnar is Australia? Well, do I have news for you, brother? Hang on. It is popping up. It is happening. We are doing this. Hang on. I just need to find it. Okay. Continue.
I don't know what I'm continuing. You're the one doing everything right now.
You know, Brock Lesnar, he's a bigger guy. Some people say he doesn't deserve to be in UFC. He was doing unquestionable things about testing regimens. You know who else does that? Essendon.
Oh my God.
There is a photo of Brock Lesnar in an Essendon jersey. I'm allowed to make that joke. I'm an Essendon member. All right. Good night, humans.
God, yeah, shit. Oh my God, that's a piss. Oh, Joe Lesnar.